bring the February 18th regular meeting to order. Any comments from visitors? All right. We'll get right to the minutes to be approved, January 5th and 21st.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes be acknowledged. None. Reports. I'll just rip through these real quick. If anybody wants to say anything, please do. Financial, police, road department, wage tax, real estate, zoning, code enforcement, anything else? Fire reports, recreation, anything you'd like to add, Warren?
Summer camps open, registration opens on March 3rd and 4th, so.
All right, good. We sold out of those last year, correct?
We did, yep.
Good. Doing the police one again?
We are.
Okay, good. Kids seem to like that, good. Manager's report, Chippewa Heights Phase 2 subdivision.
Yeah, I believe you're here for that.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, you're welcome to give a quick.
Hey folks, I think it's been a couple years since I saw you up here for Chippewa. So basically, plan's so old, the DEP kind of shut it down for a little bit. We had to bring the stormwater pond up into current regulations. Believe it or not, that was an 07 permit. So anything moving forward would kind of change. I think 2 years ago, we went kind of really far north on this site. But if you think about doing that first, it's about 2,000 feet of stormwater pipe. So it made sense if we had to change the pond there at the beginning that we do Cherokee Drive first to come in. So in front of us tonight is the, also the subdivision for it, which I showed on the other side. Basically come up through Cherokee Drive, we'll jump on Comanche Court. It's the same quads that he has up in the northern part, except where there's not enough room, he'll just do singles and they'll put doors out the back. So yeah, I think it's 18 units and all with the cul-de-sac. We're still talking with the conservation district because this has some changes in terms of the permit a little bit, making sure all those ratios still kick. And then also with you is just the subdivision. It was one massive open parcel up in the back. I think, like I said, a couple years ago we went and did this, but that kind of just fell through to get developed. We're just going to do a little bit of lot change. Also, lot 120, the developers had promised a little bit of land because they put a deck out the back. Well, it's not in compliance. They record the deed, but never recorded the plan. So the plan in front of you folks tonight will take care of that discrepancy, give them the extra part of their yard. We'll have a cul-de-sac, still all fee simple the way it is before, so it won't be lots, it'll just be the condominium plan, just revision to a lot with the stormwater pond, and then hopefully the next couple of years we come back and film this project is done.
Okay.
Mark mentioned it to me,
Yes, sir.
if you flip it over,
Sir.
the ones on the upper portion of it there.
Yes.
The road there, the trash, getting back and forth. Yeah, what would we do for that? Would you guys have your own carrier for trash?
I think, especially what you talked about, I think when David was up there before, he brought it to my attention, we'll make sure this is wide enough that we don't have the problem that's up, right? Because some of these folks can't get, the truck can't get back there.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, we'll bring it up to the developer to make sure something else happens a little bit better, right? Because I think that's a pretty big issue, the truck can't get back there to turn around, as it's.
Yeah, I know I know there was one person that had an issue in the prior phase.
Yeah, exactly.
And at the time, I mean, I know they can choose their own hauler because they're multi-family, but I never even put that into consideration.
Right. No, I agree with you. I think, because right now it's only like a 15-foot drive. We'll make that a little bit wider to make sure those radiuses are big enough to fit a truck.
Okay.
And I think that'll make sure we satisfy that. Because I think that's a good point, unintended consequences of density, right?
Yeah.
I think these trucks sit it out. So if that satisfies, I'm absolutely open to doing that.
Now, will you come back in and re-subdivide for these, like, for the duplexes?
For the duplexes, I think, to my knowledge, that wasn't the plan, unless it's.
Because I've had that in the past where they didn't, like you said, it's like a feedlot,
Yeah.
it's like a zero line.
Exactly.
But like, I had like in Chippewa Trails, they come back and they redo every one of them, they redo every subdivision. And once they get the foundation in the ground,
Right.
they come back and they do the re-subdivision of it, so each tax parcel, that's why we have 27 subdivisions in.
Revision number 400.
Yeah, 27, I didn't understand, I mean, it's not the township that requires that, that's why I didn't understand what the benefit of that would be.
Yeah, so just like it's done with the existing lots, they own basically their partition wall, and the HOA takes care of everything on the outside. And I think that's kind of, for some folks, that's really appealing, because they don't have to worry about the rest. So sharing 2 walls with somebody's bar, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. But yeah, that's a good question. To my knowledge, because we didn't do that earlier, Now, on the duplexes, we did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We did that at our partition wall, we did that right off the bat.
Yeah.
And we just made sure we went out and surveyed if they put that on, that partition wall.
Okay. Just real quick, I mean, the planning commission recommended approval contingent on the engineers, any outstanding comments. Our township engineer is currently, I believe he's still out of overseas.
Brazil or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, we've had not great communication back and forth, but, you know, there's a lot of housekeeping things, and like he mentioned before, there's the, NPDS for the stormwater, still waiting for that to come back, so, I would agree with the planning commission's recommendation of approving this contingent on the outstanding items on our engineer's, report that I provided you with.
I'll make the motion to approve based on the engineer's report being fulfilled.
I'll second. Any discussion? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, good.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, ordinance 271. That is the one, I think we just got that.
Yeah, I just sent it today, Shannon
So,
sent it over
yes.
to me, that would be for
Data centers.
the data
Yeah.
centers, yeah, in case we would have one come to the township, we're trying to prepare ourselves. And I know that, I presented it to you, today through email.
Yep.
So all I'm asking is to take a look at it. I'm going to, forward this to the county within probably the next month for their meeting. I think I have to have it in by the 1st. Also, the planning commission will have it in front of them for their look over and review. So I give you a few weeks to kind of look through it, just to kind of see if there's any possibility. I mean, and we can change it up until the time
Yeah.
we advertise. So, I mean, I'm just giving you guys some time to look at it. I didn't expect you to act on anything. I just wanted to get it in front of you, just so you can start.
We'll look at it and then we'll put it on next month's meeting.
Sure,
So
that's
we'll
fine.
do it by
That's
next.
fine. I'm gonna have it also at the planning commission. You'll have a recommendation, by, for the next evening meeting from our planning commission, and possibly we might have some feedback also from the county within a week after, so we would probably.
Yeah, realistically, the county, as long as you get it in by the end of the month, they'll put it on the following month's planning commission meeting,
Yeah.
which is the third Tuesday.
Yeah, and we're the third Wednesday, so I usually don't get the report until right after our meeting, but with that being said,
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna get their recommendations, but we wouldn't be adopting until the following month anyway, because we'd have to then advertise and.
You're
move
also
forward.
April anyways.
Yeah, so we'd be looking at April date,
Yeah.
so it gives us all some time to relook at it again and
Yeah.
maybe do a little more research before we would, before you guys, we would actually have a hearing and you would enact the ordinance.
Yeah.
Like I said, once again, this is something, we don't have anything in our ordinance that pertains directly to this, and we're being proactive in case something would come here. We would have a place so they wouldn't be able to just pick and choose where they would want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's all.
Sounds good. The maintenance code.
Yeah, Donna had brought this up for a while now, and with us doing all of our codifications, through general code, we thought, now is the time, we're gonna start having all this stuff put online, everything, we wanna get this all in place, so, I provided you with, what Donna had provided you with a while back, it's just kind of a link, I went on it, looked at it, and I mean, if you read it, it's pretty intimidating, I mean, it goes down to, like, screens on your house, like, but, I mean, there's parts in there that we could utilize, and parts that we'll never utilize. But as a whole, I sent out an email and I sent it to Shannon as well, just to say the possibility that we could just keep updated. I believe it's every 4 years, right, Donna? Every 3 years? So as the code changes every 3 years, we would automatically it would be a simple adoption instead of just going through and advertising and everything, and going through the whole thing as a whole. So yeah, I just wanted to, also get that in front of you, kind of look at it, and I was gonna have, hopefully have you authorize Shannon, to move forward, on advertising, to get this thing in place. We already currently have the 2020, so it's not a new code, it's just an updated code,
Yeah. So,
with new regulations.
I'll make the motion for the update.
second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. All right, the MS4 inspection reports.
I'll let Lauren handle that since she's been dealing with this?
So as part of our MS4 permitting, this past fall, we had Michael Baker go out and inspect retention ponds. He did 3 at Highland Meadows, 2 at Chenango Woods, and 3 at Timberwood Trace, trying to figure out what we need to do for our MS4 permitting. We sent letters and packets today. I tracked down HOA presidents for each one of those plans. I sent letters with packets today, letting them know that I think they all failed. So, giving them some time that they have to address the issues and get back to us with questions, concerns. I think they have to acknowledge receipt within so much time, and then they have so much time to address or start a plan to address the concerns. And again, this is all for our stormwater DEP permitting for MS4. So
Go to an HOA, send it to them. Nobody's the president. They don't know who the hell it is. You know, what is our step after that? You know, if that happens.
Well, I mean, I know that they have common ground, and those aren't their common ground, so I would probably have to defer to a solicitor on that as far as an HOA. They were organized at one point, but I do know that some of these are getting hard to get a hold of.
Yeah.
If they don't have a management company, from what I understand, some of them are just kind of like, they don't even know who the president is anymore. There's no.
But
the
you
3
found
we
them.
contacted, yeah,
good.
Chenango Woods has a management company, so I sent them theirs. Timberwood Trace has an HOA president. I got a hold of somebody in their plan through a Facebook group that they had. And
Okay,
I asked
so
who their
everybody
HOA
has
president
been
was,
at
and they
least-
gave me the name and address. And then Highland Meadows is the only one that I reached out to somebody I knew in the plan, and they think one person is their HOA president.
Okay.
But as far as
So I
moving
sent it
forward
to-
again with an HOA, I mean, like I said, I would defer to.
So the question I have would be, long-term, they say, hey, we don't have any money to do it. Does the state then force the municipality to do it and then go back and lien all of the lots for the cost?
So at the end of the day, yes, technically it falls underneath our jurisdiction.
Mhm.
Now, what we can do is try to send letters to jumpstart the HOA, to get it started, but if ultimately we can't do that, then that would be essentially what we would have to do.
And I noticed on the report, the timeline is like 3 months to like respond and then
Mhm.
6 months to have a plan.
Mhm.
If that passes, like what, do we have any idea what the next timeline is for the state to come back in and say, 6 months has passed, nothing's happened, is it our responsibility?
We have a yearly permit
Okay,
that we have to.
and could we
We
lose
have
that permit?
we have requirements, so we would respond to that in our application to say, listen, we've done the inspection, we've reached out, we're trying to, it's like anything else. We've made, we have to do so many things per year to make this, to keep up with our permitting, and we've done all of our retention ponds that the township owns. So we're to the point where it's kind of like, okay, we want to see continued progress. So now we're going out into the other ones. To answer your question, I would have to defer to the state, the DEP, and I'm sure DEP would probably get involved at some point.
Yeah,
Because they're gonna be another forceful, because it's their legislation, that's being violated.
Well, our permit goes every September, so I think as long as we submit progress by September towards some of these things, we'll be good for next year.
Yeah, I think as long as we're showing that we are taking an effort to try to get this done, they're not gonna hammer us right off the gate.
So we won't lose the ability to issue new permits as long as we're trying to, I don't want.
Well, we have the
Yeah.
permits
Yeah,
like
that makes
in our name, we would be in violation of our permit.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, it's, like I said,
I
there's.
wouldn't want someone to come and try to build on one of the commercial lots and they say, no, you can't do
Yeah,
it.
you can't do it.
No, it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with that, it has with, it has us and the demands put on us, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Just so you know, because I mean, you might hear something, because we're now telling people that they're going to have to do something, and
Yeah.
you figure between the 3 plans, there's quite a few residents.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna say, wait a minute,
So if we
so
don't
you're
hear
telling me I
any,
have to fix my pond?
so if we don't hear anything back in order to like put some, say pressure, but to notify the people, are there certified letters that we would send to all of the homeowners in Timberwood Trace, for an example, to say, hey, you're in violation, we've tried to reach out, and then maybe they start to call together and say, we have to do something to fix this?
We're gonna rely on probably our professional services to be able to tell us what our
Okay.
next step would be, I'm sure. I
Okay,
mean,
we could do that if you want. I mean, I think the main point here is to try to get to them to explain this is their responsibility. Under the laws of the HOA with the state, they would have the ability to do this work as long as they get their HOA organized and extended even is. But I think as much notification that we can give them to say, hey, look, this is your responsibility to do it, I think at some point some person's gonna step up to that. I would think someone's gonna step up to the plate rather than say, hey, the town's just gonna do it. The cost we get to do it may not necessarily be the best cost, and you're gonna end up all having to pay for it.
Yeah.
We did try to notify too when we were doing the inspections, so that they knew that this was coming. So whether they got those initial notifications or not, I don't know,
Yeah.
but we did try to let everybody know that this was happening and coming down the pipeline, so they would have, not be too surprised, but we'll see.
And if you can get a representative of the developments, it might help to maybe invite them to come in to have a meeting, maybe Mark and your engineer to sort of explain, to help educate them, that way they can then go back to.
I'm sure it'd be a little
explain to them.
intimidating to somebody
Oh, yeah.
to say, what do I really have to do here? But,
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
It might not be expensive. It just
No, a
says
lot of
they're
it's-
out of compliance.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've been involved with a couple of violations of retention ponds, and I was surprised of the little amount they really had to do. When you read it, you think, holy crap, like, they're gonna go, I mean, it was just like mowing, dredging out a little bit, getting the bigger vegetation out, making sure that the orifices are clear in the retention basin, and that, and it was properly transformed over from a lot of the sediment ponds that originally that's how they started. And so, yeah. Actually, my John O'Leary, who lives in that plan, did his own over on the Lawn Drive. He went in and just did it himself. So,
Sounds good. All right, payment of the bills, motion to
Make
pay
the
the bills.
motion to pay January's bills.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right, solicitor's business, anything, Mr. Fidelis?
Thanks for having me this evening, nice to be here, Joe hasn't filled it a lot, never been in it, now I can say I have.
There you go.
Thank you for having me, but no, I have nothing to report on for this evening.
Works for me. Anything else, Brian?
Nothing for me.
Nope. With that, we will be adjourned till March 11th. Thank you.